Solar panels can be such a great feature on a home, but when it comes time to buy or sell the home, things can get complicated really fast. And if you don't understand how they're structured, they can absolutely affect the transaction. Hi, I'm Tracy Bassett, DFW Realtor, and I'm seeing this situation with solar panels come up more and more in our market. So let's just talk through it all like we're sitting down together. The very first question I'm always going to ask is this: do you own the solar panels outright, or are they financed or leased? Because those are completely different situations in a transaction. If the panels are owned outright, that's the best case scenario. We can market that as a true benefit. Lower electric bills, energy efficiency, and there's no extra hurdle for the buyer to jump through. It's just part of the home. But most of the time, there's a loan attached to those panels. And now we're dealing with a balance, usually somewhere between $20,000 and $50,000 or even more. So if you're the seller, you've got a decision to make. Option one, you pay off the solar loan at closing. This is the cleanest, simplest path. No extra approvals, no added debt for the buyer, no complications with the lender. We just move forward. Option two, you have the buyer assume the solar loan. And this is where things can get a little tricky. That buyer now has to qualify for the solar loan separately from their mortgage. So even if they're fully approved by the home, they still have to get approved by the solar company. And that monthly solar payment counts against their debt to income ratio. So sometimes what happens is they qualify for the home, but not the home plus the solar payment. And in some cases, buyers simply don't want to take on an extra payment they didn't choose, even if it looks good on paper. Now let's talk about the third situation, leased solar panels. This can be even more complicated because now the buyer has to step into a lease agreement. And those terms can vary a lot. Some leases increase over time, some don't save as much money as expected, and some are just not very buyer friendly. So if I'm working with a buyer, we're going to review every detail of that agreement before moving forward. So when you really look at it, solar panels are not just a feature of the home, they're a financial obligation attached to the property. And if we don't address it correctly up front, it can slow things down or even create problems during the transaction. If you're a seller, here's what I would recommend. Before you ever list your home, get your payoff amount. Find out if your loan is assumable and gather all your documents, your agreement, your terms, your warranty. Because the more prepared you are on the front end, the smoother everything will be on the back end. And if you're a buyer, don't just hear solar panels and assume it's a bonus. You need to ask, are they owned, financed, or leased? What is the monthly payment? How many years are left? And does this affect your loan approval? Because this isn't just about the home, it's about your full financial picture. This is where having the right realtor really matters, because we need to ask the right questions, get the right documentation, and guide the process so there are no surprises at the closing table. Solar can absolutely be a great asset, but only if it's structured the right way. If you're buying or selling in the DFW area and have questions about solar, I'd love to help you navigate it. Send me a message and let's make sure you're set up for success, not stress, when it's time to close. Give this video a like and please subscribe to this channel so that I can continue bringing you more content like this. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.